Nice. How is the game not over right here?
Because I'm dog shit.
I disagree. I think I
But there are matchups that I have mental blocks with.
Yeah, I just still think it's better when you're trying to, like, if you're really trying to get better and climb in the game. I always think it's best to. People try to do too much, you know, and it's just harder to learn that way. It's like, and you can put it into anything that you think about truly. Like, it's like trying to learn multiple subjects or degrees in like college or something like that. Like, you want to focus on one thing that's going to be your specialty. It makes life a lot harder when you gotta focus on multiple things and try to learn in different avenues and stuff like that. I like the skin,
While I don't disagree
by the way.
with you, while I don't disagree with you, I'm learning nothing in these games. They're just an exercise in frustration at the moment. And I'm just trying to get out of silver as quickly as possible at the moment so I can try to get into the real meat of it.
Gotcha. I think there's always something to learn. It's just knowing where to look and knowing what you're trying to figure out yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do we feel about the Jax lane? Do we like it?
Jax is not. It can be difficult at times. It all depends on how cheesy he gets with his E. And if I eat a nuclear W before I get any armor or any sort of lead. He was autofilled too. That's the thing that I was really kind of irked about, is that my performance was not as good as it should have been.
Yeah.
Against an autofilled Jax.
Have you watched the Jax matchup guide?
I have watched a little bit of your YouTube. I have not watched enough of it. And I really should watch a little bit more.
So, something that is in that video that I like to talk about with the Jax lane is the way that I parry the E is you kind of count it out, right? Because it lasts for 2 seconds, and you can't he can't recast it until after. So that's perfect, actually. That's perfect. So you literally count it. Imagine this. So this is something that I do every time, and then maybe somebody gets like a pattern or whatever. Let's watch it again, and then I'm gonna count it out. This is like my thing that I do in my head. Every time somebody starts Eing on Jax, I start counting. So we do. Let's see. We do 1 Mississippi, 2 miss a parry, boom, and then you get the stun, and it almost works every time. So if you start critically thinking in your head, a little fat finger on the flash, that's okay.
Yeah, that was not the first time I did that this game.
But
I don't know why I did it.
If you do like that 1 Mississippi, 2 miss a parry, it's almost impossible to get stunned. And I don't even, you didn't even realize you did it like that, but when you count it out and then you watch it back, you're like, oh wow, that's actually like what happened there. You know what I mean? So, because he can't recast it after, yeah, perfect parries. Good job. He can't recast it until it's been a second. And then typically they're going to hold it a little bit. And then by doing the 1 Mississippi, 2 miss a parry, you're about parrying in the 1.3 second range. And your parry lasts 0.75, which makes it absolutely just... The only way he hits you is if he does it early. And then you can start grabbing onto like patterns that your enemy is doing. And then you'll be like, okay, this guy always goes early, so I'm just going to start parrying a little bit early right after the 1 second mark, you know?
Okay. My CS is garbage this game, by the way. At least in the beginning.
That's a rough trade to take when it's pushing back to you. So especially in lanes where we don't take TP, we definitely want to be cautious of, like, honestly, when I don't take TP, I really like to grab refillable potions. I think that they're really useful just for staying alive. And then obviously I saw that in this game we go the tier. Now, we're shoving when the lane was shoving back. I don't know if that's, I think a big thing is being a little bit more patient, allowing it to come back to you instead of just like spamming the wave into them. Because we're going to get more value out of...
Just eat a minion, by the way.
It happens.
Oh god, what am I fucking doing?
But I think we're going to get more value out of actually freezing the wave instead of keeping it hard shoved, because then it gives Echo more time to be able to get to you. So if we just leave that the way it is, right? Let's see. We'll go back just a bit. I just want to see something. So this lane is this is coming back to you. So we can kind of like play this area here, If we're playing this area here, we can react to ganks faster. You know, be able to. We've got a ward there as well. But if we're playing here and we're just queuing and then running back, queuing, running back, getting this wave, and then once we have this wave here, and that's also another reason why the refillable comes in handy, because we can catch the wave and allow the minions to do damage to us without affecting our total HP. Because Jax any laner has a tough time really when you freeze the wave, like stopping Fiora from freezing the wave, because Fiora is tough. Fiora is like a lane bully, truly. If he has to engage into you, when you're freezing the wave, you're typically going to get that kill.
Yeah.
So I think that's
the reason why I'm sort of pushing in is I'm trying to trade with him, because I know that he's low and he's not very good. I'm basically trying to force on him.
Yeah.
And again, I knew that I played the laning phase as well as could be, but I also knew that I made mistakes later on.
So I would say that's a little bit of I'd say that's our first mistake, is just really our wave control, because we don't really need to be. He's backing. Oh my God, we just ruined his day. We let this shove back into us and we hold it and we hold it. And you can also, this is another, you have a decision, right? In these types of plays, you either back yourself because it's shoving back to you instead of attacking the wave, because it's not going to, it's going to push towards you, and you're still going to have the majority of minions. So in this play, I would have actually backed. We might not have a lot of gold, but he's going to come back with...
How much gold am I sitting on?
We're sitting on 800. Wow, we could have gone back and actually snagged some stuff. So I think in this play, when he's running...
I think I was waiting on pickaxe.
Gotcha. But the biggest thing is like looking at our HP and our mana bar, right? Because we know that he just backed for the first time, so he's going to come back with a nice buy. And we are half HP, half mana. If you know that you're able to back because he's recalling, that's your like green light. You kind of check on him, be like, all right, he's back, and so I've got time to back, so that you both meet back in lane. But this wave ends up being like in this area here, and he misses out.
Why I didn't was because I knew where Kane was. Well, Kane, my jungler. I knew that Kane was top side, and I knew that Echo had just left top. So I think that's why I stayed.
Well, we'll see if we get a gank then, because this would be a good time to call. But you get what I'm saying here? Like, we would have met back at the lane at the same time, been full health, full HP. But now it's a little bit scary because he's got that extra HP, extra mana, whole item.
Well, he's even HP with me right now, almost.
Here we go. And that's fine.
I was shocked that I actually hit that parry, by the way.
Is he going for that? No.
Oh, he couldn't get the R. He was out of range. He said he was out of range. I think he's just...
yeah. Right here, good play. We spam. He needs to come and shove the wave, and we get out of here.
Yeah, that's what I pinged him to do.
Perfect. And then we get out of here. And we're going to buy a pickaxe. Is that what you said? Let's see.
Pretty sure I buy pickaxe.
Okay. So we're going to get tier after this then?
Pretty sure. I think I buy it early. Or yeah. Pretty sure I buy it early. I'm down in CS even though I'm ahead of kill.
So here, let's see. Because we want to keep this wave here, and we would want to, yep, okay, go into the bush basically and keep them here. Now, I think we're just doing a little bit too much with the auto attacking on the minions, and not the ones that are getting like attacked. We're just shoving too hard. We're not controlling the wave well enough. Because those were 4 minions that would have sat, and that's all you need is 4 casters to keep a permanent freeze. And he would just be missing out, and he'd have to fight you from there. And whenever a Jax has to jump on you to engage, he's basically dead. But now this wave is going to start pushing back to him, and he doesn't miss out. And we need to like take advantage of every avenue we can get of like gold deficit and make him fall further and further behind. Even if it's just 50 gold and 100 XP, it builds up over the course of a 30-minute game, 40-minute game.
Right now, I'm preventing him from just even getting onto the wave.
Yeah.
And I caught up in CS finally.
But notice how we didn't freeze it and we let it push, so his wave isn't actually killing anything.
Yeah.
Right? So his wave is just dying, and he's about to catch 15, 20 minions. So we just got to be a little bit more patient with our like wave management and our control. Now, like when we're shoving like I felt like, you know, this is a big wave that we're crashing. This is like a slow push, but we did it really fast. So we have all these minions here, and the reason you do like slow pushes and you let them sit really slowly and build up over like a minute and a half is because it gives your jungler the opportunity to be like, okay, I want to dive this guy. Or it gives you time to really focus on trading so that you can dive him. Because I would say if he's 200 HP less, we dive him and make him miss all those minions. You know?
Yeah, and the problem that I have with junglers at this level is that there are not a lot of people who actually want to dive. Nobody wants to dive. It's weird.
Yep. You can't do anything.
No, I can survive it, but
I would. I kid you not, I would have left the wave right there. I would have left it, especially the second he throws a Q and that he's ruined like any chance of a freeze. I would have just left because Kane's not going to kill him here either because he's got his R. And
no,
now,
but he wants to help me push, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I think it pushed. No, I back off here.
Yeah. Okay. So we were gonna. So imagine. Okay. So imagine if we recall. We'd already be at the
here.
2 tier right now, walking back, right? So he's gonna jump on this. You're running in from 2 tier. You're about here right now, and you're gonna catch this wave right at your tower, not miss anything, and be ready to go. But when we hesitate on like decisions, we kind of like fall behind in a sense where we don't have like the HP and mana to fight. Because if we went back here, we get this kill, even if he does get it. But we would be the ones getting that kill there. So you're just in a really like scary situation basically when we don't need to be. What is going on
here?
Yeah,
this is scary because I don't know what Kane is doing.
He's living the dream.
I think he's just fucking with them both, which, you know what, it's fine. I'm fine with that. Kane played pretty well. Except for some stuff later on.
But this is another, here we go again. So this is, I think we're just gonna, it's the wave management for me, King. You know, it's holding the wave when we need to. Instead of like, this is, once again, this is a freeze. This is a freeze that we can like just manage and make him miss all of this. Hold it here so that he has to fight us here. Because I know that you want to trade, but wouldn't you rather trade with him here than here? You know, because if you're trading with him past the halfway mark, you can actually take the kill. Now, if we have to trade with him here,
I wanted to try to get it closer to the tower so I could get a plate because it's 12.5 minutes.
Well, you still have a minute and a half, right? And you would still want him to be here because if he has to walk all the way up here, then you can actually like get the kill on him, right? But if he's here, whenever it's going to be very hard to get the kill. Now, if he has to walk all the way up, if we keep those 6 minions alive that he has, R3, wave comes, he's here, he's got to walk up to try and get the minion wave, and then if we want to play aggressive, that gives us the green light to just, we could chase him for the whole lane and try to pull off a kill. So, trying to get a plate when he's dead is a lot easier to get one than when he's alive, right? You know? Then we're looking at about 2 or 3 plates. Right now at 2 and 1 with the items that we have, this guy doesn't really beat us 1v1. If he has to step up like that to farm the wave, he's going to die every time, which is going to be huge for us. But see, when we're trading with him from that far, he doesn't really have a choice. It's pretty tough for him. He dies anyways.
See, that was my mistake. I didn't need to flash, and I had flashed and hit the fucking wall.
You're good.
Crap.
But, you know, no, that's fine. I mean, we lose the flash, but we get the kill. So now we just start hard shoving this. Should be able to actually take tower here, huh? Yep, okay. And then we can take this wave. And we're good. And we're out of here. Perfect. It's good. How much gold do we have? We're going to buy Bork Rush. Nothing wrong with a Bork Rush. From what I've noticed from playing with this build a little bit, I think that the Stride Rush is a little bit better because when I did the Bork Rush, I think I have more success with the Stride first. But
I think I went Bork Rush just because it's Jax.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the long and the short of it.
I tell you what, try the, how often do you do Stride Rush instead?
Typically I do.
Okay, yeah, okay. Now, honestly, at this point, yeah, we just all in him over and over again. And we just kill him. He can't do anything. And now we can start, like, basically shoving the wave. We got Bork, we got Tyr. We're just going to take a bunch of CS, and then we're going to try to be a menace in their jungle and make plays and kind of, like, transfer our lead over to other lanes as well. Even without ignite, we can, or without TP, we can still go and play other lanes. Do you buy control wards often or no?
I usually do. I don't know why. I did buy one at some point earlier.
Because I would say a good thing to do when you're like this ahead is like, you know, run around, check for wards here, and maybe leave like a control ward here or here, just for more vision.
I think I didn't buy one because I have a grocery bag full of items.
Yeah, I don't mind soloing this either. This is fine. So we got drag.
I knew that my team was at the like fighting around the drag.
Yeah.
And I knew that Jax was never going to contest me on that.
But he should just die again here. Yep. That's fine. Oh!
You see, this was my mistake. If I had moved into the corner and not hugged the tower, or hugged the curvature, I would have been fine.
But even that in its own right is just like a huge win, right? So the dragon's up, and they're down 1, we're down 1 right now. So on this play, honestly, I would say you actually just, because you can come back and catch this, you can either run back and catch this, or you can guarantee the dragon and not even have to worry about like diving it or going for anything extra. I think the dive is, it's really up to you. I think that it's actually better just to be like, all right, he's gone and he's under the tower, and I can just go and help my team guarantee this, or I can go back and grab, because the same amount of gold that was here from 1 wave, 2 wave, 3 wave is actually more gold than that kill.
Yeah, and I also gave Jax an item by doing that.
Yeah.
So
now we got Stride, we got Bark, we're untouchable. This guy, anybody who walks up is just dead.
I was so annoyed with this. Like, let's give ADCs more stuff.
It's fine though, he dies and he uses everything. So we just, you know, ping that he used his Gale Force, Flash, he's kind of got nothing. Honestly, here I would take the blue buff as well.
If you have chat open, I'm flaming the Jhin and saying, let's give ADCs more stuff.
I think the blue would have been worth to take.
I don't. I agree with you. I usually do take buffs whenever I'm like ahead like this, but for some odd reason I didn't there.
And make sure you're using your actives while you're pushing waves too, because we just used the Stride Breaker to only hit that one caster instead of hitting the whole wave with it when we had the cooldown. For a while, it's only going to save us 2 or 3 seconds, but imagine we get 2 or 3 seconds longer to get under this. So, do we have any sums? We know that he just used everything. Honestly, this is a play where you kind of look for a way that you can actually get this kill, to be honest.
Yeah, he's 5 and 6. He's got 2 items. He's actually hurting a lot.
Nice. How is the game not over right here?
Because I'm dog shit.
I disagree. I think, and I kid you not, I think this is gonna sound really cliche or cringe or whatever. Don't ever look at games like that and like say that you're bad or like whatever it may be, because that's just not true. There's always room to improve. This is over. The game's over. We should win right here. So what happens? They're all dead. You got 1 up, 6, 8. The game's over. We should be able to get this tower. Everybody focuses on the tower. We should be able to take this pretty easily, and then we should be able to get this.
I think we back off here because they're starting to come up and Jhin ults. I think that's the problem. So I back out because I'm sitting on, I don't know how much gold at this point, a lot probably, and we literally just int.
Yeah. So that should have been, we should have at least gotten both Nexus towers actually. But
I think I got the turret in mid, the tier 2 turret in mid.
Gotcha.
While that happened.
I mean, we're getting all the, I mean, we're just so ahead, it's insane.
Like I've got 3k gold on me right now, and I'm just taking the echo stuff right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised this game goes as long as it does.
Yeah, so was I. My macro was half decent. It was not good.
I feel like this is a little greed.
This is very greedy.
I think that we just back with our 3k. I mean, that works. We don't need to chase him after that. He just blew his flash, and now we can actually go ahead and back.
Because I said something was said in all chat, I think, and I think I need to stop playing with all chat.
Yeah.
He dies, but it's not worth it because Echo gets a 450 shutdown.
For sure. I think that goes back to what I was saying before. Mental is a huge thing when it comes to the league. You know, saying that you're bad and stuff like that, and then like having chat affect your play. That makes it. Imagine like it's an unnecessary obstacle. It's almost like you're driving down a highway, and then you went ahead and you like moved a boulder in front of you, and you're like, you moved it in front of you that night, and then you went and you had to drive that highway, and you were like, oh shit, there's a boulder there. Fuck, you know? It's like, but I put it there. Like, what for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's literally when you're down on yourself and you say bad things about yourself, and then when you let chat get to you, it's a completely avoidable obstacle. But a lot of people. I don't even
remember what was said. I don't even think it was that bad. I think I just wanted to prove a point at that point.
No, I mean, a lot of people fall for that. A lot of people like get into that mindset, and it really keeps them in a standstill for a while. This is a perfect 4-1 team comp where we have Lucian, Nami, Lucian, Morgana, Annie, and Kayn. So we can do a 4-1, and Kayn just kind of hovers both lanes. I mean, this game is just over. It's actually mind-blowing that it's not. This is like one of the few times, and Silver can be a little bit weird, right? Like, I would actually type in this game, and I never type. I would tell my team that they need to, Did we have parry up?
No.
No, okay.
It just came up.
Gotcha. So, I would be telling my team, let's see if they get the Baron. If they get the Baron, it's fine. Okay, but now the game should be over. We have Baron. It should be a 4-1. And if the team isn't following it, so, okay, hold on. I'm so confused. We got 2. He goes in. He's dead. Once again, game over. 4-3 dead. And this is one of those plays, by the way, where our TP is huge, right? Because we just use TP and we come to the team and we end the game. Holy moly. Wow.
Yeah, Lucian, I don't know what Lucian's doing. I don't know what Annie's doing either. Like, just take the inhib. But Echo gets a couple shutdowns. He gets ahead.
Where did Kayn go?
I don't even know. I think he was on his
recalled.
Way. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. This is just all around just really bad macro. So imagine it like this, when we're doing like a 4-1, you know, so we would have our mid laner here. Let's say the wave is here. So you always want to match waves when you're split pushing or doing a 4-1. So if the wave's here, you want to be here, right? And I understand that we're not in a position right now to do that. But I'm just saying, whenever we get into the position where we're trying to end the game or put more pressure on it, we want to have our wave in the same spot as the as our teammates. And that's something that I would like type out if the people aren't understanding that. Like if they're pushing a wave, they gotta wait. They need to wait until the wave is like here, because imagine that you're trying to defend both towers that are being sieged, but the wave is already getting attacked here. Well, this wave is like here. Okay, so they don't need to rotate to this wave yet, so they can focus their full attention on this, which is just going to allow them to win a man-down fight. Sometimes you do have to, I mean, I hate doing it, but sometimes you do have to type and let people know how to play the game without...
I think I did at this point, but I think at that point it was just too late because 2 people died and a 3rd one died for no reason.
So... let's see.
Kayn is there doing Kayn things. I'm pretty sure I get this tower.
Yeah. Kayn at this point, we don't really need to... like, the tower is all we get, you know, and we just get out. So, we're going to take this time to just wait. We shouldn't have any gold. So, we actually let this... We let this chill. We don't even come and get this because it's just going to mess up our wave. We let this sit. We don't have anything to go by. We've got enough mana. We've got enough HP. But by us doing this, it just delays it even longer for our team to get set up. So we actually build the wave and allow more minions to be here. So we let it sit, and then another wave catches. Well, this is still shoving, and this is building. So by the time it's time to push, it makes it even harder for him because we might have 2.5 waves built up to slam into the inhib, into the nexus. And then our mid's got their wave ready to go. And if we're matching, it's better. Now, if we start shoving, we're going to lose this wave, and then we have to wait even longer. We're going to have to wait another minute and a half to get set up to push again as a team, which gives them the advantage on defense. So we shove this, and then our team's not ready. So notice how big of a difference this is. So we're here. They're in mid lane. they can focus all their attention on you, and there's no punishment. There's no objectives up. There's nothing to do except kill you. You are the main priority, and they don't lose a damn thing for doing it. And that's where we're kind of like messing up on the macro, right? Because it doesn't even matter if we get this, because you're just going to get 5-man and die anyways. You're not going to be able to 1v5 it. So now the team is ready. You know, they're here, but now you're dead, so they got to back up. So if we just wait and we hold that wave right here, and we let it die, or we let it build here and then push in slower, that is an opportunity to end the game. But they were able to focus on us and take the kill. Now we got to wait another minute before we can try again. So this is where, you know, the silver games get really frustrating, and I understand that, because you kind of just sit here and you go back and forth and you just consistently fight, and it's annoying, you know?
Yeah. And like red team's not even doing anything, they're literally just sitting at the gates.
So here we should not be going top. We should be running straight to the dragon. So in situations like this where there's no towers in their base at all, we don't play for pushing waves. You know, there's no reason, because we could technically shove this with no waves and just go and get a 3 inhib, which would be a step in the right direction to get to the nexus. Going top here is just kind of troll. Just because there's nothing to kill, you know? Yeah, okay. So in the grand scheme, if we go and we help the team, we might win this fight. We might not. But at the same time, if we go and help the team, we know that this is soul, because there's 1 dragon left. If they didn't fight for the first 3, they're going to at least try for this one. And that's where you can get a pick or 2, and that's where you can end the game off of. So we lose this fight hard, which is going to put us back, and we're going to have to wait another minute and a half to try to end. So it's just this constantly ending, or constantly stalling out, which is where people start to make mistakes because they get frustrated, you know? All right, so here, at least we stayed alive, and we get another reset here. Now, what are we going to do? We got 5 up. We have a 8K gold, 7K gold lead. This is our opportunity, our chance to end the game, and what are we going to do? Let's see. Do we wait for the Baron? Do we push it? Let's find out. So the pick, that's game. In a situation like this, that's game. You got to pick there, and now with only 1 nexus, you don't really need to shove 2 lanes. So this is where we would just go with our team here and actually come in and fight through the mid lane. We don't need to split here with only 1 tower standing. They've got a man down. We got 40 seconds to make a play. We just start pinging and we like go for the end. I'm not sure if they're afraid because they don't have you, or if they're really just trying to. Yeah, so in a situation like that, I would have just ran mid and just started spam pinging to end the game.
Oh my god, I never saw that. That was really decent by Echo, actually.
Well, the never-ending game here.
Yeah. This game would have been over if I had TP.
Game.
This was the frustrating point in the game because there were multiple hourglasses in the game. So if you move your camera in just a little bit so that everybody can see it, there's like 3 stopwatches in this game, or 4. I don't think Jin had bought his yet.
Yeah. But it's just still.
Wait, he had a broken stop. I didn't even notice that. That Echo had a broken stopwatch plus an hourglass.
Yeah, he had Mott too. So, but still, when we're getting like that man down, like I just feel like there's got to be a way, and that's where we're gonna use our pings. You know, initiate intent and be like, I want to do this. Now, that's all you can do is initiate intent and try to be like, I want to end the game. If they don't follow you when you're like spam pinging it, then there's nothing you can do about it. But like, if we didn't try, then we don't know. You know what I mean? Like when we get those one downs and we have a man advantage, we go for the end of the game there. We just go for the end of the game because it should be impossible for them to stop. So even here, it's fine to go for the Baron. I still want to end the game here, to be honest, but we'll see how this goes. That's 2 dead.
And he's just eating a whole Luxar. my... No, never mind.
Man, I can't believe we just keep chasing the kills. It's so weird. Yeah, we've got to be, if this is how games are going, we have to be the difference maker and actually make play calls to play the macro properly. This is like, and this is like no like hate or anything. I'm sure you feel the same way. This is genuinely like hard to watch. Like it's kind of just like, it's kind of like I'm not even like, you know, there's not even a lot I can say in a coaching standpoint because it's like these are like game, like we have these plays that are over. Like there when we fight Jax, it's already 4 down. He's not gonna stop ever. Like I don't. So this is like everyone hopping out of the pit just for nothing. Like we just finished this. We just killed. We got Jhin dead. We got Lux dead. We get this, and we're just done. Our jungler hops out of the pit. That's crazy.
I don't know what he did, personally.
And then how does he die here? Because he goes in and he. Let me see this. Dude, I kid you not, right there on that play. Do we have flash up? No.
No, I don't have a lot up right now. I think I have only Q. I don't even have parry. I just used Ignite on somebody.
Somebody's got the right idea. Somebody's spamming the inhibitor. I think we let the guy go. I think we take the Baron, we let the guy go, and we try to get this.
I actually screamed at Lucian for this because if he had actually walked towards me, that would have been a kill. But even still, that was not the correct play anyways.
Okay, they get this and they get out, and then we should just be ending the game after this. That's fine. If he wants to take that, he'll still get out. I don't know why Morgana's posturing on the side.
She's standing between him and the carry. Or them and the carry. I don't know what she's doing here, but...
Oh!
Lucian just eats it all.
Lord have mercy. Okay. We get soul at least. So once again,
that I have... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Because I know what I want.
The problem that I have in these games is that I don't learn anything and I develop worse habits. This is like I'm developing so many habits here that I didn't even do last season.
You got to take charge though. You got to take charge of these games. You got to tell them to wait because here we are once again shoving in. This is the wrong play to like go in without your team. We literally type in chat. We stop for a second. We type in chat. Yo, wait for team. Wait for more. And Lucian, and I literally would just stand here. I would literally just stand in mid. I would just stand in mid as 5 end game. Like, we just type in there, and we just stand in mid, and we just wait. Like, we got to take control. If this is how every game's going, we have to be the one to sit there and be like, okay, I've got to stop this because this is just getting insane. We've got to be the one who's going to stand there. And, typing doesn't always work, like I said. Like, but you got to do it in games like this. And, like, Silver, sometimes you have to just say, wait for 5, end as 5, down mid as 5, we have soul, we win, and it's just quick, and you're just standing in mid, and you're just waiting. You got supers here, and then you can take this super wave with you. They only got 1 Nexus Tower. You only have to win 1 fight, and that's it. But here is just like, this is once again another opportunity for you, Kane, or Annie to get picked, and then we have to wait another minute and a half to do this. And every time we do that, it just gets more and more frustrating and harder to actually end the game.
Yeah.
So wave management.
Jhin has his hourglass now, by the way. Yup. Jhin bought an hourglass. Not a stopwatch, a full hourglass. And I get so annoyed at this point.
Which is completely fine though, right? Because if we're pressing tab before fights and just checking what they have.
No, I didn't know. I didn't look until after the game.
Gotcha.
I actually lost track of how many hourglasses got put out. Like, we're sieging, and we're sieging fine. No one's died. Oh, sorry, Annie's died, but like we're sieging, we're taking inhibitors, we're pushing waves back and forcing them to deal with it. So we're not doing anything horribly.
But a big thing too is when you're going into a fight, especially for team fights, is you want to be looking at what items people have just really quick, because you want to know who you're ulting. Because if you go into a 5v5 and you ult the one person with Zhonya's, well then you just lost a fight. On Fiora, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what we're looking for, what I'm gaining from this, better wave management, taking control of the macro and the game in general. Paying attention, really.
Stopwatch. That's 2 stopwatches.
Just
that's 3. No, that's not 3.
Overall, just more critical thinking.
Yeah.
And I think that we'll see a big difference. Taking charge, wave management, looking at items, and that's how we're gonna get something going here. So,
well, you never
finally
expect
get the win.
An ADC to build. You never expect an ADC to build stopwatch.
You did great, man. Thank you for taking it seriously and trying to learn. That was good. I think that we learned a lot.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't think I would have punished the Riven as hard without you in my ear telling me, giving me an idea of how to play it better. I've always had trouble with Riven matchups.
Really?
Yeah.
The
last one walked all over me.
Well, you did great. You look like a god in that lane, man. You did an amazing job.
This was a lot of fun. Recommend it to anybody, really.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Thank you, man.